Hi guys, let's get back to some World of Tanks, and you'll be happy to know that the content's going to start flowing again. After the garage review at the beginning of last week, unfortunately I discovered I was working Wednesday, and then on Wednesday I discovered I was working Friday, which meant I had to spend Thursday preparing, and then on Friday I arrived at the venue and discovered that overnight the weather's been really bad. Apparently the roof had leaked, and they had to have builders in during the morning, and there was basically the place was an absolute mess, plaster and dirt everywhere, and I was one of the first to arrive, and I had to get the room ready. So of course, with my bad back that I've mentioned on previous videos, I spent an hour cleaning tables and hoovering and basically killed my back and did my back in, so I was in tremendous pain, couldn't bend over, couldn't even sit down. Saturday and Sunday I did manage a few hours in World of Tanks, but I wasn't able to basically make any videos, and what I did manage to do in World of Tanks was start playing the playing the Centurion AX in order to get this, the FV4202. Yes, I now own this tank. So, yeah, what happened was basically over last week, when I had a couple of spare minutes, I played my one game and got the first part of the mission done. You know, get 750 XP in a Centurion AX. That was no problem. And it was only on Monday I realized that, oh, hang on, there's a second part to this mission. I need to do 450,000 damage in tier 8 tanks or higher. So yeah, that's basically, I've only had time to either play or make videos, and I decided while the mission was on I had to play. So thankfully I ground out 450,000 damage done pretty quickly, which is the subject of this video today, because one of the tanks I used to grind out that XP is going to be featuring in today's video. But yeah, I managed to get my hands on the FV4202. I've played about 6 games in it so far, and then sort of gave up and decided, yes, you guys need some videos, so I've got to stop playing World of Tanks, and it's terrible. This tank is so bad. I mean, it has its moments. You know, the rate of fire is okay. It's got the 20-pounder, which I love. I love the 20-pounder on the Centurion. I love the 20-pounder on the Carnarvon and the AT-15. And I mean, I liked the 20-pounder so much, I even used the 20-pounder to grind out the final gun for the Tortoise. So I like this gun. The problem is, this gun just, the gun on this tank. What they've done is they've taken the 20-pounder, they've given it okay accuracy, but the aim time is just so bad. In fact, while I'm here, what is the aim time on? I didn't even check, so I was in such a hurry to get you guys some videos and start making videos, because I always feel guilty when I'm busy and can't actually get videos out. See, the difference between me and a lot of other YouTubers is, unfortunately, I can't afford to do this for a living, so yeah, so you've got the same 20-pounder, same rate of fire, same penetration, which is great, but look at this. I mean, the accuracy on the Centurion is better. The aim time is better. So basically they've given it the 20-pounder, but it's not as good. It takes forever to aim, and snapshots. You've got to take snapshots of this tank, and snapshots are not fun. I've misplaced the tank again. There we go. Yeah, so it's not good at taking snapshots, and when you're sitting and sniping and you've got to sit there for 2.6 seconds in order to let the gun aim in fully, you tend to get shot back. You can see that the armor on the hull is absolutely garbage, and the turret armor isn't very good either. About the only strength, oh, and the speed, look at that, top speed 35 kilometers an hour. So it's slow, has no armor. The gun handling is not very good, even though the penetration and alpha damage are okay. But yeah, it's a very situational, not enjoying the tank very much, and even though I've only played 6 games, what I think I'm going to say is this is possibly one of the weakest tier 8 premium medium tanks in the game. I really hope Wargaming do something to buff it, because in tier 10 games this tank really struggles. You know, and then you've got the original problem with the turret ring from the tier 10. Turret ring can be very easily hit, very easily taken out. Turret ring has no armor, but I really want to spend more time in the tank. I've had a couple of okay games in it, but I haven't done anything better than a second class, so there's obviously something I need to do better in this tank in order to get good results. So the positives: it's got good gun depression, and it's got you know, decent penetration. But other than that, I really can't think of very much. I mean, the view range is okay. It is okay. You know, it might actually be on the good side. There are tanks with worse view range at tier 8. But yeah, it's even the turret traverse speed is not amazing on the tank either. The hull traverse is not great. It's okay. It's okay, but yeah, it's just disappointing. But yeah, anyway, cut a long story short, this is where I've been for the last couple of days. So, working last week, and then I had a rough weekend because I put my back out, and then suddenly discovered I needed to grind 450,000 hit points of damage before the mission was over, and I only had a few days to do it. But I've done it. So, there we go. FV4202 is in my garage, and hopefully we'll talk more about this tank again in future. But while we're in the garage, I might as well give out some prizes here, because the last videos I released were about a week ago, and I usually leave a video up for about a week before announcing any prize winners. So there are some prize winners for the garage review, part 1, part 2, and part 3. So let's see now. I had the draw. This is what I spent my morning doing. So the first prize winner is from Garage Review Part 1 was Leaf. Leaf, congratulations, you've won yourself a copy of Axis Football 2015. Chris D, you have part 1 as well. Chris D also has won himself a copy of Super Snow Fight. I don't know anything about most of these games, guys. I had the codes, don't know much about the games, so they're good, they're bad, but I don't know. They're free! Stop complaining. Jack Harmon from part 2, Garage Review part 2. Jack Harmon was also drawn out as a winner. He's won Soccertron. Yosh from part 2. Yosh has won himself a copy of Mad Snowboarding. That was a game that I actually wanted to get for myself, but I decided to give the key out. It looks interesting. I like snowboarding games. I always love the snowboarding section of Final Fantasy VII. So that game kind of reminds me of it. But congratulations, you've won that copy for yourself. Next up is Part 3, the winner was Scott Owings, who won himself a copy of Z, or Z, depending on what part of the world you're from. Absolutely amazing game. Z is actually a game I rebought for myself recently, because I have such fond memories of playing Z when I, first started gaming many years ago. Z on the Amiga was just a really good game. It's been reworked, it's been modernized, and Scott Owings, congratulations, you now own that game. And the final winner from the Garage Review videos is happythinkpad. Your name was drawn out of the hat picked from the random YouTube comment picker. But happythinkpad, congratulations. And I have to say, I really like your name. Happythinkpad, because I haven't mentioned this before, I don't think, but I'm a former IBMer. I worked for IBM for about 7 years. Actually, it was 8 years. Wow, 8 years. So I spent 8 years in IBM, so happy ThinkPad. I don't know if you're an IBMer or you just like the ThinkPad, but you've won yourself a game as well. You've won yourself Prime World Defenders. So it's a tower defense game. It's another game I own, and I love tower defense games, so I think it's pretty good. I just haven't got around to playing it yet. But anyway, there we go. 6 winners. Leaf, Chris D, Jack Harmon, Yosh, Scott Owings, and Happy ThinkPad. Congratulations, guys. You have won Steam keys. Those Steam keys have already been sent to you as I'm making this video. I sent them before I started recording. So you'll find those Steam keys in your YouTube messages box. So www.youtube.com/messages. The keys are there. excuse me, all you have to do is check and you'll find those keys. And as per usual on this particular video, I'm going to be giving away another couple of games. What are the next games on the list? We've got, alright, we've got a couple of RPGs and their DLC. Oh, we've got a couple of big ones, big games here. I've got Realms of Arcania, Blade of Destiny. It's supposed to be very, very good, along with all their DLC. So I've got 2 copies of that I can give out. I'll give it out in this video, so if you're interested in picking up another Steam key, just let me know. Just make a comment down below, or if you don't want a game, just make a comment and say no game. But other than that, I'm going to be giving away two Steam keys as part of the 4K subscriber set of videos, even though I should have done this weeks ago. Just to thank you guys for following the channel and being patient with me. But anyway, let's get back to the subject of today's video, which is actually, do we have it here? Which is something I mentioned during my garage review. It is this. This is the M46 Patton, and I mentioned in my garage review, it is a new tank. I've just played a few games, or had played a few games, but I ended up playing quite a lot of games in it. As you can see, I earned 70,000 credits or XP on it. So I ended up playing it for quite a few games in order to get some of the XP total done for the FV4202, and I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love, guys. The M46 Patton. At the time of doing the review, I just mentioned it briefly, but this is an absolute monster. I am loving this tank. I think it is now my favorite tier 9 tank in the game. Absolutely love it, and as you can see, I haven't managed to ace it yet, but it's going to happen because I'm playing this thing for pleasure. It is an awesome tank. I mean, the armor is not very good, and the thing that I miss about this compared to the Pershing is a good gun mantlet. So when you go hold down and use your gun depression, unfortunately your turret can get penned very, very easily. But the gun is great. It's 105mm, great rate of fire, really good alpha damage. Penetration can be a little bit lacking, but you know, I haven't noticed that much. You can see that the accuracy is lacking, but I haven't had that many issues with the accuracy. The aim time is very good. I'm loving the gun. I'm loving the tank. Speed, mobility, as I say, amazing view range. You can see the view range is 410 meters. The view range is absolutely awesome. Speed, mobility, view range, gun depression, great gun. About the only thing that this tank is lacking is armor. The turret armor is not very good. The hull armor is absolutely terrible. But I'm in love, guys. I really am. M46 Patton, absolutely amazing tank. And as this is the first time I'm kind of featuring, or at least the first time I remember featuring the M46 Patton on the channel, I might as well do what a lot of you guys tune in to hear, which is a little bit of history, because the M46 Patton is actually a little bit of an accident. It was really an accident. There were about 1,200 of these tanks built between 1949 and 1955, but basically this was supposed to be an upgraded Pershing. When the Pershing entered service after World War II, it was originally supposed to be a heavy tank, but it was downgraded to a medium tank due to its armor, and it was fast, it was mobile, but it wasn't fast and mobile enough to be considered a medium tank. And on top of that, the Pershing was having serious problems regarding its engine reliability. The engines kept on breaking down. This was at a time when the USA were entering into very serious Cold War period with the USSR. So as a result, they really wanted to fix the engine issues with the Pershing. So they went back to the drawing board to redesign and redevelop the engine. And that they did. They took the Pershing and they put a much better engine into the tank. I can't remember what the name of the engine is off the top of my head, but yeah, they put a better engine into the tank and they basically fixed the Pershing. But after putting the engine in, they decided, you know what, while we're here, let's put a new transmission into the tank. So they put a new transmission into the tank, and then they decided, you know what, we might as well tweak the suspension while we're here. And they tweaked the suspension, and while it was in the workshop, they said, you know what, let's put a new gun. Let's give it a new gun, and let's obviously we're going to have to, well, later variants had the turret upgraded as well, but Yeah, eventually there were so many upgrades and modifications made to make the Pershing competitive and better that what they ended up with was this tank. And it was so different from the Pershing it was supposed to have been improved upon that they decided to give it a new name. So it changed from the M26 Pershing to the M46 Patton, obviously named after General George Patton, World War II fame, but many tanks have his name now. But so this was originally supposed to be just an up-engined Pershing, but as I say, the designers and they just got carried away. The engineers got carried away, upgraded so many things on this tank that in the end, I don't know who makes the decision in the US military, but they decided, you know what, the tank is so different from the Pershing it was supposed to be upgraded from. Let's just make it a whole new tank, and it became the M46 Patton. So as I say, about 1,200 were built and variants were built. It saw war. It did see combat during the Korean War, and it was quite successful, but it wasn't around very much. It was only around for about 6 years because, as I say, it went into service in 1949, but in 1951, further upgrades on the tank led to the M47 Patton. That was mainly turret changes. And then in 1955, the M48 Patton came out, and as a result, the tank was pretty much obsolete after 1955. But they were shipped out to other countries. They were used as training vehicles, but yeah, it didn't have a very long run, but it was a very successful tank in what time it did spend. But yeah, M46 Patton, my new favorite Tier 9 tank. We are here on Muravanka, not Prokhorovka. The game before this was on Prokhorovka, and that was another huge game, but I'm loving this tank even though I haven't aced it, and you're going to see why in this particular game. It's a Tier 9 game, so nice matchup. There are 6 Tier 9s on the enemy team, only 5 Tier 9s on our team, so yeah, the matchmaking could have been a little bit fairer, but I'm in an M46 Patton, so I don't care. What I love about this tank is it's just everything I like medium tanks to be. It's got speed, it's got maneuverability, it's got gun depression, it's got a great gun. As I say, the only thing that's lacking is its armor. But you can see we're up to 50 kilometers an hour, and I'm just charging straight into the forest because even though there's one RT in play, this is where I have best games with, if a tank has gun depression, this is where you want to go. This place is just so good for gun depression. Now, I've gotten spotted. I know there's RT in play, but this Lorraine, he's just coming for me. And look at that alpha damage, 397. Oh, and I take another hit, and 356. So Skoda T50, I thought I was safe there. I was quite surprised he hit me, but as you can see, 439. The alpha damage on this medium tank is just awesome. Love the gun, even though on its paper stats are not great. But using the gun depression, just working my way around here, and now an E75 shows up. And I figure, you know what, I don't really want to deal with an E75 frontally because the penetration on the gun... Oh, as I go for another 300 or 389 damage on the AMX, the penetration on the standard AP is only 218, so I suppose that's another negative. The penetration could be better, but I haven't had that many issues with it. But there's a Tiger 1 down there. He's an easy target, but I don't really want to deal with an E75. That's my issue. So I've lost a little bit health. I shouldn't have lost that health. As I said, I didn't expect to get hit, but just looking for somewhere I can use my gun depression, and then I decide, yeah, E75, that's a losing proposition. What I can do here is I can go and pick on the AMX 120 and the KV5. So, I mean, even though the accuracy is not supposed to be great, that hit exactly where we were aiming. So, aim time is good, even though the accuracy is not great. But you can see we took out KV5, no problems, and now I'm seeing a lot of enemy tanks, and here is where you get to play this thing like a medium. This is where you get to play it like a real medium tank, because you flank, even though the armor's not great, the speed and mobility is. So look at all these low health targets. We're flanking. So gun depression allows me to take out the Lorraine. Moving on. I know there are 2 tanks around this corner, both on low health. But flanking in a medium tank, I love playing like this. Oh, and a bad shot. Should have gone for the turret, but I was panicked. Didn't expect him. He appeared out of nowhere, but we can move up, get another shot in. There's kill number 3. I've been spotted, as I say. RT's still in play, but I'm staying on the moves, still flanking. Skoda T50's a one-hit kill down here. And we could get more than enough penetration to take out him, or take him out. So next one up is the Tiger. He's on low health, and someone else nicks the kill, but we've picked up 4 kills. So here I make a small mistake. I'm expecting maybe something, or TD or something up to be up further up north. I thought the E75 was dead, and then I suddenly realized, oh, hang on, E75 isn't dead. So got to turn back. Our team are probably going to be able to take him out, but the E75 is reversing, so yeah, okay, I'll nick that one for kill number 5, and we're up to 2k damage, 5 kills. Not amazing, but it's just the rate of fire and the alpha damage on this gun are just so good. So again, we're up to 45 kilometers an hour, even going across uphill, unfavorable ground. I'm saying good game. Yeah, I did flanking, took out a lot of low health tanks, but I did a fair amount of damage as well. This is the medium tank. This is why I like medium tanks. This is why I've used to love light tanks, but I think as I've matured as a player, I'm appreciating just how good medium tanks are. I'd rather play medium tanks these days over light tanks or heavies, definitely more than TDs or RT. Okay, so there was a hint of a shot over there. It's gone. But 410 meters of view range, and I'm hoping to exploit this. This is what I'm doing, but I probably could have been a little bit more aggressive. Difficult shot there. No, nothing to hit. So I could have been more aggressive, pushed up to the edge of the bushes here, and that way I would have gotten a little bit more spotting damage, a little bit more assistance damage. I'm pushing up now, and yeah, maybe I could have gone middle. I think, yeah, this is where I was just getting a little bit tilted. As I say, I've been grinding, I've been playing for hours, but we've moved up, and you can just see how deadly this gun is, even though the accuracy is supposed to be terrible. You know, we're landing shots. That was quite a low roll, 361, if you can call that a low roll. So Bulldog, there's kill number 6, there's the Top Gun, WZ-111. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I'm praised. Well, actually, that went where I aimed, but unfortunately, I shot over his engine deck. So, yeah, even though the reload is amazing, I missed out on a kill there. And 218, perfect shot into the lower glacis of that Tier 9 heavy. So, yeah, I mean, the accuracy, even though a lot of people criticize the tank for its accuracy, I'm not having any issues. So, here we go. We're up to 7 kills, and CDC. Oh, and RT. But RT's not looking at me, so I prioritize the CDC. He's the one who's shooting at me, so he's trying to... I thought he was going to back away, but nope, he wants to trade, and he misjudges my reload time. So we ram RT for some extra damage, and shoot him for kill number 9. So 4k damage, or 4.6k damage. So yeah, this is why the M46 Patton is my new favorite Tier 9. I am absolutely loving this tank, guys. I can't get enough of it. 9 kills was not enough for an ace tanker. I'm gonna have to do so much better. So 1319 XP overall, which again, considering I was top tier, to get an XP total that high, yeah, it was nice. It was very nice, but I have no idea. I have no idea what I need to do in this tank to ace it. I imagine it's probably going to be one of these tanks where I need at least 1500 XP, but we'll see. So 4.6k damage, or 4.7k damage, there or thereabouts, 9 kills, love the XP, love the tank, love the gun, love the mobility, and love, guys. I'm just in love. 20 shots fired, 18 hits, and 17 pens. So, yeah, as I say, it gets criticized. On paper, the accuracy is not very good. It gets criticized, but I've been finding the accuracy is just fine. I haven't had any games where it's kind of been, yeah, accuracy was iffy. I could have been a lot more aggressive towards the end. That was a big mistake by me. I could have been a lot more aggressive, pushed up a lot quicker, a lot harder, got into view range of the enemy tanks that were sitting on the ridge instead of sniping from behind bushes at the edge of the map. And that way I would have been getting got got them into view range and been getting assistance damage at the same time as doing damage. But you know, hindsight is 50-50 or 20-20 or whatever they want to call it. We spotted 3 damage 10, destroyed 9, 343 assistance damage was, as I say, disappointing. I imagine if I'd been a little bit more aggressive, I probably would have picked up the ace, but I'm just loving this tank, as you can probably tell from my voice. I didn't have to fire any premium, and 39,000 credits made with a premium account. It wasn't my first game of the day because I'm loving the tank. I was playing it for fun. I was playing it to grind out credits or damage, hit point damage for the FV4202, and the Patton went a long way towards getting me that tank. Absolutely love this tank. I think it's the first time I'm featuring it on the channel, so there you go. This is my new love, guys. I'm probably going to be playing this tank a lot over the coming weeks, even though I've got a lot of other new tanks in my garage. This is the one I'm enjoying most. Once again, I want to say congratulations to the winners. So that was Leaf, Chris D, Jack Harmon, Yosh, Scott Owings, and Happy ThinkPad. Congratulations on winning some Steam keys. Again, I want to remind you that if you leave a comment on this particular video, you're going to be in with a chance of winning Steam keys again. As I say, the next 2 games on the list are an RPG along with all their DLC, and it's supposed to be a very, very good one that I own and haven't gotten around to playing yet. But I hope, I'm gonna have to get around to playing that game. It looks very good. So yeah, that's being with a chance of winning that particular game. You're going to have to leave a comment down below. If you want to leave a comment, but don't want to win a game, just say no game or something in the comment. And that's pretty much it. Congratulations to everyone. Because I've been away for a few days because of the mission, the Centurion AX mission, what a pain in the butt mission that was. I don't know if any of you guys have been playing higher tiers recently, but I'm just sick of, you know, getting into games with like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 Centurion AXs. So many people playing for the mission. Yeah, it's okay. It makes the games fun, but they just get a little bit boring after a while. But on the other hand, I'd rather play in a game with 5 Centurion AXs on either side than 5 Arty, as what has been happening to me quite a few games in a row recently. Getting into games with 5 Arty on either side, they've been a lot of fun. Gonna show some screenshots of that on a future video. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Thank you, guys. This is actually going to be, I think I'm going to be releasing 3 videos today. My plan is to release 3 videos today to make up for the time I've been away over the last few days. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for supporting the channel. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.